I'm here with my good friend Michael J. Ringer. It's going to be an absolute pleasure. Happy to have you, Michael. And
Happy to be here.
If you could give me like a short intro of who you are, we'll get started and we'll have fun.
That's a very, very, very good question. Who am I? So, long-time entrepreneur. Guess you could call me somewhat of a businessman, I suppose. Investor, crypto, stocks, but mainly crypto, especially shitcoins, as you know.
Yeah.
Just for the fun and the excitement, and overall, just avid person who does lots and lots of many different things.
So you're a degenerate.
Yeah, I mean, you could shorten it down. I mean, it's much easier when you put it that way. It's fun, and I'm also terrible at choosing cigars because they gave me these tiny little fake cigars.
That's like a fake Monte Cristo, right?
I don't even really want to smoke it, but I have to.
Yeah.
Now I have to. If you're sat there, you're smoking.
Yeah. I'm smoking a Flor de Copan from Honduras. So I mean, it's pretty good. It's okay.
It's funny though, because you just literally just made me look like the biggest pussy on the planet. This is
everything
not the
was
best
set
stuff.
up this way. Like I bribed your cigar contact in Spain, so you know, this was all one big plan. So as like you have a nice tan going on, but you sound English, which you know English people don't have a tan. So what's up? Like, where did you come from? Where are you now? Tell me.
Where did I come from? Where did I go? Something Cotton Eye Joe. Fast. So no, I am actually English, believe it or not. I'm the only one in my family who actually gets tanned. Everyone else is probably like you. They just get super pink, right? So
yeah,
it happens. But
thank you. That's an underhanded compliment. I like it. Yeah,
it's a nice way to put it.
Super
right?
pink.
Yeah, super pink. Your skin starts falling off and stuff. Yeah, you know,
exactly.
It's fun. Doesn't happen to me. You know, God has his favorites, right? But yeah, so my granddad is Armenian, so that's where the tan comes from, and the monstrously huge nose. But you know, other than that, it's English blood. We've got my dad once went through, I think it was about 4 or 5 centuries of the family history. You know, going through the family tree.
Oh yeah,
right?
the whole tree. Yeah, right.
The whole thing. He went nuts with the thing. But yeah, so we found out that there's like Irish, there's French, there's just a mixture of everything. Call me a mutt, but
bro, when you said monstrously huge, I sort of filled out the next word and it wasn't nose. So I was happy that you said nose, really.
Well, I'm trying to keep it PG for you, but now that you've mentioned, yes, I have massive feet as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I could tell. Like I never saw your feet in real life. We still have to meet. Like we're not that far away from each other, right?
It is weird that we haven't met. Well, you were in Valencia a couple of weeks ago.
Exactly. But I was there only for a weekend, and I like it was a family vacation. So
decided to tell me last minute.
Yeah, I can't do any degeneracy while I'm on a family vacation. Obviously, like I'm a nice guy, right?
Well, we are both men of God. It is a Sunday, so
absolutely. We wouldn't booze or smoke or whatever.
Oh, I don't booze or smoke anyway. Nor do you.
Never, ever. Actually, what most people won't know is that the two of us, we invented the Wingen scale.
It's an incredibly good scale.
Yeah,
and I'm surprised that the world hasn't caught on yet. But
yeah, it's like Van Gogh. Like they only catch on when you're dead. So I assume it's going to be a big thing when we're both dead.
It'll get there. I mean, do you
want to tell the people what the Wingen scale does?
Should we release the scale to the world?
Maybe we should.
All right, we'll tell them. So we have a very, very big, let's say, group of friends. And in our group chats, we decided that there has to be some kind of a scale for the retardedness of some of the shit that our friends come up with and say. So we decided to come up with a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being, oh, actually, That's reasonable. That's actually pretty smart.
Sharp, yeah.
It's something that we would say. So that's okay. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
And 10 being you need to be locked up in a mental institution in a straitjacket and have your keys thrown away and just eat porridge all day for the rest of your
maybe
life.
consider reincarnation or something. Like, maybe you'll come back as something better. I don't know.
No, a 10, you can't, you just can't come back as a 10. As a 10, you're lost. Not even just in this incarnation, all of them. You're fucked.
I do.
If you get to a 10, Arno, that's it. That's it.
You never go full retard. I agree. Yeah.
Because
age-old advice. So it's a retardation scale, right?
Yeah.
Super scientific as well. Like there's a whole thesis on it, but that's in my last will. Yeah. So we'll release it.
Yeah, we have the scientific papers ready to go. MIT, was it MIT or Oxford?
Both. Yeah, they're sort of bidding for it now as we speak. Actually.
Oh yeah, of course. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow we find out.
So tell me, like you're English. You're from a dreary place. How do you end up in a sunny place? How does that happen? Like, give me some progression of where you started out and where you are now.
Yeah, so long story short, the move, and in fact, it was nearly 6 years ago today that I left the UK. Best fucking decision of my life, by the way. If you're still in the UK, and I mean, there's reasons why you would stay in the UK. Obviously, you like being stabbed.
Yeah.
You like getting robbed. If you like those things, cool. Yeah, go ahead and stay. It's not really my thing. I don't enjoy it too much. I like buying stuff and then keeping it. So
yeah, that's always good. Yeah, but if you're like an altruistic person, you might consider staying, right?
Yeah, some people are like that. Each to their own. I have no problem with it. But no, so I was actually at the time I was running a consultancy business, a sales and business consultancy, and we were doing like very, very, very well. Or I would say so at the time. I was, how old was I? 19, 18. And I flew over
like this was your own business?
Yeah.
So you were young when you started your own business?
Yeah, my first one, I was 15, turning 16. Online e-commerce. Yeah, drop shipping.
And pardon like the me getting you off track, but if you're like 18, 19, 20, let's say, what can you tell someone else about sales? Because you haven't there's not much life experience there, is there?
Good question. No, so there was quite a fair bit of experience. My initial background was IT. So I've got, I think it's 43, 44, something like that, qualifications in IT. Wow. So very, very, very well versed in that, or was.
So you're a nerd.
The dude.
A degenerate nerd.
First, we tell them the secret about my nose, and now they know about my big feet. Now they know that I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
Man, fuck.
Okay.
This interview's going too fast. Too fast.
I'll slow it down. Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's all right. Life's fast. You're too slow.
That's good.
Too quick. Call me Speedy Gonzalez. I'm in Spain now, so it works. But yeah, started off in IT, then kind of got bored because it was just the same things again and again and again. But I was very good at process-driven thinking. So it's like, you know what else is process-driven thinking that's not going to make me broke for the whole of my life, where I'm not just going to be bored sat in front of a screen. And at this time I started reading, I think it was How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie, and then I think it was Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, around this time. And I was just like, you know what, if all of these guys are selling and all of these amazing men are building all of these amazing businesses, well, fuck it, man. I really need to learn how to sell, because if I can't sell and I have the best business idea on the planet or X, Y, or Z, I'm fucked. Because
it doesn't
at
matter,
the end of the day,
it's like the Ringer scale. If people don't know about it, is it even real? Yeah,
we've sold it.
We sold it. That's why it's real.
We're gonna be getting DMs of just people sharing reels with us, so just with oh bro, this is a 7. Check this out.
Solid 7 on the scale. Yeah, we fucked it.
But yeah, and then so I decided to start working in fine wine investments, which
wait. Let me go back. Like when, like the IT thing, when did that start?
So I took an apprenticeship when I was 16. I just turned 16. So it was a 6-month apprenticeship. Before this, I was just like the worst kid in school. Didn't turn up
I was
to
about to
school.
say, right? Your school is like, I'm in the Netherlands. Your school system is somewhat similar, where you have to stay in, right? You can't just say, "Fuck it, I'm leaving."
Well, you can, just not legally. So that was.
Well, that's the case for a lot of things. You know,
Yeah.
I always tell people, like you can basically you can eat every mushroom that you want, but some of them you can only eat once.
Yeah,
You know, because then you're dead.
true.
Yeah, but you know, go
It's
ahead.
it's
Yeah.
the same concept.
Yeah.
It's the same concept. But I decided. So okay, now we're going back. So long story short, was abused as a kid by my mom's ex. I was from 7 to 11 years old. Went absolutely batshit crazy haywire after that. Decided that school wasn't fun. Never is, right? But I decided, well, if school's not fun, fuck it, I'm not going to go. So I just barely went, started bunking off school, started stealing random things. That escalated into cars and just crazy shit. Lots of drugs at the same time, smoking, drinking. I mean, you name it. And then that sort of evolved into cocaine addiction for 6 months, to the point, well, maybe it was longer, maybe it's 7 or 8. At that point, it was so bad. I ended up waking up at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I had an alarm set. I would wake up, have a line, go back to sleep, and then I'd be okay. I could sleep for the night.
Shit.
Yeah,
You
it was
sleep on cocaine?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a
That's
thing.
hardcore, man. Holy shit.
There's some people, I can almost guarantee you, that are watching this that are like, holy shit, I'm not the only person.
Yeah, I know
And they're
that.
like,
It's the
Leo meme.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Leo meme. It's that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, it's that. Don't worry. I know you're paid. Don't do it. Stop. Seriously, it's pathetic.
So I mean, it gets really bad. And how do you get from there to like wherever the next level? How do you quit?
You just stop. Like, it's really simple. Like, everyone really loves to overcomplicate so many things, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to do something, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like,
but you have to really not want it, right?
No, you just don't want it. It's like I literally, I woke up one day and I was just like, man, this is terrible. I don't want this. Okay, stop. Done. Finished.
And you're still living at home at this time?
Who was I living with? So I was living kind of with friends, kind of with my dad, kind of with my mum. But then I decided, when that stopped, that was probably around 14, 15, actually. Yeah, must have been 14 to 15, around that kind of time.
Yeah.
That stopped, then moved into this IT apprenticeship, which was 6 months.
But like, how do you get like an IT apprenticeship when you're like you just come off like an addiction?
A full-blown degenerate. It's pretty easy. So I got off of everything, I believe it was around 7 months or so, 7-8 months before I actually left school, before the final exams.
Yes.
Which I didn't turn up to some of them. And
you missed them.
Well, yeah. They made me go to the maths one.
Oh.
And I have this picture because it's on my Facebook somewhere.
Yeah.
And I turned up and I just wrote on the first page, because for some reason I did really well with some coursework, and I knew that all I had to do was turn up and write anything on the paper and I would pass. So I turned up and I wrote, "I hate maths," with like devil horns. And then I opened the first page and I put 2, the number 2,
yeah,
and I passed.
Okay, so you were already doing well before the exam. Is that like the average score would be enough to pass? Is that the way it works?
The average, I mean, generally I'm pretty good at maths, but I just hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it just because it
I feel
was
your
just boring
pain.
for me. Yeah, it's just, no, I'm not the accountancy type guy. But it was pretty easy for me. I
So,
just did the bare minimum.
and
Bare minimum.
the people that you were living with, like on and off, were they drug users as well?
Yeah, really bad. So it was like, um, it was just years of fucking degeneracy. Like I'm not gonna say names. If for whatever reason you do come across this, I love you guys. But we basically had this girlfriend who, her mum was just like super chill with everything. First, she was fine with everyone coming round, everyone smoking. Then it moved on to everyone drinking. Then it moved on to doing weed, and then it moved on to coke, and then MD, and then ecstasy, and it was just fucking
Everything.
degeneracy. It was completely fucked up. So we spent a lot of time in that house, and man, the memories. I say memories. Some of it's memories, some of it's like trauma, I guess. Yeah. But it was insanity. Like we would be there for like the whole weekend, and then everyone would like leave, or some people would leave. Some people would just stay and chill, like for the whole week. And then some people, if they didn't want to go to school, someone else was not going to school, so we would just chill there.
So the mom is in the house while this is happening.
Yeah. I told you, it's degeneracy, complete degeneracy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, it was insanity.
You're still a young guy, right? But can you imagine if you're to be a parent that would ever happen under your roof?
Get fucked. My kids come in and start acting the way that I was. I beat the living shit out of them. Like,
exactly.
No,
I agree. Yeah.
No way. Like, look, there's levels to it, I think, right? Like there's certain
100%. Yeah, true.
Certainly levels to it. Yeah. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with, the kid trying things or trying new things, so long as it's not heroin.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah. Don't want to start him on black tar heroin, probably. No, that's true.
Well, the Afghans seem to be doing pretty well. Kicked out the US,
well,
the strongest economy in the world and the best military in the world. And the Afghan kids, man, it's
can't deny it.
China needs to realize, right? If China wants global domination, they need to just start giving their kids black seeds and tar. And that's it. China, you win. You have TikTok, now move on to heroin.
Yeah, that's TikTok.
Yeah,
black
TikTok.
Tar. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That's pretty good.
TikTok. So we're going to hell.
So you get the apprenticeship through whatever. I mean, is that like, are you like being a shit muncher in the IT department? Is that what I'm supposed to like get out off it? Like
kind of.
Yeah.
That was what I had assumed it was going to be. It was a government-backed program.
Yeah, exactly.
And the government basically said, look, you can go. It was kind of like extended school, but for adults.
Yeah, I see.
And I sat down with my grandma, who was essentially my spiritual mum at that time, because I was still sort of dealing mentally, or really sort of more coming to terms with what had happened to me as a kid, thrown out of a 2-story window, thrown down the stairs, cricket bat, as I'm knocked out, as I think I was 10 years old, and then hit as I was unconscious with a cricket bat, and then tons of shit.
I'm sorry, man. That should not like happen to anyone.
It shouldn't, but I'm glad that it did. I'm glad that it did, because otherwise I would genuinely be a shit muncher, and I'd still be a shit muncher, and I'd be a complete loser, and I'd be like everyone else.
No, I appreciate that, but it shouldn't, like, that should not be a thing. But okay, well, continue. Let's not dwell on the
shouldn't be, but nor should black tar heroin. But here we are.
Yeah.
Right. So I was still dealing with that. So I had a lot of, I wouldn't call it hate, but I couldn't really love my mum so much.
Yeah,
so
obviously.
I loved my nan more. She was there whenever something happened. I would go to my nan's house and stay there for a few days, and then come back, and then more shit would happen, and then go back. So it was all just craziness. So I sat down with her, and I just kind of had a conversation. I was like, right, I can't carry on doing this crazy shit anymore, because I see where my life is going. Because, you know, when you're in that kind of an environment, you see not only the people that are your age, but you also see the people that are much older. So
Yes.
when I was like 14, I was chilling with some guys that were like 20, 21, 22.
Yes.
And, you know, real bad dudes. And, you know, it got to the point where I was like, right, okay, I'm officially leaving school legally now. Now what the fuck am I going to do?
So
like,
you're
right.
16 at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just turning 16. I was like
Yeah.
the young one in the year. And yeah, I was like, okay, what do I like? I had no idea, because I don't really like anything. But what I did know was that I really liked my IT teacher. And he once said to my mum, which is something in fact, my mum and I were having a conversation about this last week. And he said, at the parents' evening, you know, you go in with your mom and your dad, and they tell you how much of a little shit you are. I didn't turn up to school this week.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we know, we can't do
Who's
anything
Michael?
about it. Yeah, he's not my student. I've
No.
never seen this kid before. What the fuck? And he said, well, Michael just gets really bored because he knows that he can do anything. And he knows that if he really applies himself, then he's going to be great at everything. And then that was the first real sort of third party outside of family or friends or anything like that that ever said something that positive about me. So I was like, it hit me in a really, really, really bizarre way. So I sort of said to myself, okay, well, this guy's really nice. And I like computers.
But
Let me try that.
before that time, did you think you were dumb?
No, I knew that I was smart, and way smarter than the other kids.
Yeah.
Way smarter than even the teachers, because I was like, man, these guys are so dumb. They like, how do they plan on keeping all of the kids in the school when you've got this exit here, and then these other exits that they don't know about?
You can't contain me.
How are you going to keep me here, bro? Like, it's literally, it's open.
Yeah.
Good luck. Fuck you.
Yes.
Like,
so you had like which is pretty special, right? Because, you know, you would assume with your background of not exactly having like I don't know, a nice upbringing, that you would doubt yourself or think that maybe I'm not worth it or whatever. But you never had that feeling where maybe I'm retarded or whatever. That's not a thing.
no, I mean, I was suicidal. I tried that a couple of times. But no, I never thought that I was stupid. And I kind of knew that for me to be really happy in life, that it's going to be hard, and it's going to be unimaginably hard. Because for me at that time, especially my sort of young teens, I was like still in my head. Even though, you know, my mum's ex would mentally abuse me. That was actually the worst part.
Really?
Because the physical just goes after a couple of weeks normally. I mean, I'm still missing a little bit here, but yeah, it kind of just dissipates after a while. You heal, your body heals, but the mind takes a lot of inward thinking, acceptance, and much, much, much more. So I was kind of battling my mind every day, and I kind of realized if I'm going to carry on living, it's going to be hard, and it is going to be suffering. So it's either, and I know this sounds cliche, but it's like it's either I suffer this way and I go this route and be a complete degenerate, or I decide and say, okay, well, you know what, fuck it, I'm alive, let me try this thing. And, you know, that's now evolved into a profound, deep gratitude beyond anything I could ever say or even try to interpret the feeling of the gratitude that I have every single day when I wake up. Because now I'm just like, cool, I have another day. I've got shit to do. I can do more stuff. Cool, it's go time. It's go time. And, you know, the more that you work on that, the more things, and most importantly, the more people that love you, that you begin to accumulate. And that for me is probably the thing that makes me happiest now, is the people that I truly deeply love, and my best friends that I know that I can rely on for anything. You know, my girlfriends from before, I know that I can still call any of those up. My current girlfriend, who's just fucking amazing, you know, and my family now, we have an amazing relationship. My brother now, little brother, he now works with me.
Oh, wow.
And
you have like more brothers and sisters, or one brother?
No, so I'm the oldest of 5. So
Wow.
yeah,
You're the oldest. Did you suffer like the most abuse?
I was the only one. Yeah, I was the only one who was ever abused.
Oh, wow.
So that was, in a way, I see that as a really good thing, because they didn't have to go through it. So it makes me happy. But then they had to go through, in a different way, all of the crazy shit and stuff that I was doing. So it was kind of, even I see that as like a miniature cycle in and amongst itself, really. But it's good. It's good.
So now, are they much younger than you are?
We're all pretty much the same age.
Right.
So I've just turned 26. You got 27. Sorry. So you got me 26, 27, 25, 24, and then you've got 16. The 16-year-olds from my mum's ex. The others are from my dad. So
if you're all like close in age, why were you the only one that got like the abuse?
Really good question. Don't know the answer. Have my theories. Though.
Yeah.
And so if you look at lions, for example, if there is a new pride leader, the pride leader will go and attack and kill any of the previous
obviously,
offspring from the previous pride leader. So I see it as kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
He, for whatever reason, saw me as a threat.
Yeah, the oldest. Okay, I see. Yeah.
So, you know, it was that. Could be that. Could be just the fact that he's a mentally deranged fucking psychopath. It could be so many different things. But
I assume your mother divorced or separated.
Yeah, it took a while. Which is, you know, we sat down, we spoke about it many years down the line when I was.
Yeah, I was about to say, because you said you talked to your mom, like there's still a relationship there.
Yeah, we're great now. Yeah, we speak. Well, I try to call her once a week, but in reality, it gets to like once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we have a
still in England.
Yep, they're all still there. They all still live in the same house with them. And I'm like, guys, come on now,
escape.
What the fuck are you doing? Like,
yes.
I'm like, I moved to France and then I moved to Spain by myself, and I could only speak 3 or 4 words of Spanish when I got here, which was.
So you moved to France first.
Yeah. So this time, literally 6 years ago yesterday, I was my first
21 then.
I would have been 20, I think.
Yeah. Oh, well, let me stay on the timeline. So you have the apprenticeship, and you like it? Did you enjoy it?
It was great. It was great because I was applying myself for the first time in my life.
100%.
And not only was I applying myself, but I was the best. I was the best there.
Excelling.
So, do you know, at this point, I was so into just IT and just figuring out and applying myself with what I could at the time, which was just learning. And I did so well. So the scheme had people from 16 years old until, if I remember correctly, 29. And I was top of everyone. So they kept on saying, well, okay, you've passed this exam.
Wow.
Because you was only supposed to go and get, if I remember correctly, you were only supposed to get 3 qualifications. And I walked out of there with close to 30, 35, I think, in 6 months.
Sort of overachieved.
Yeah, overachieved.
A little.
And so that was kind of like a wake-up call for me. I was just like, okay, this fucking great. This is easy. Got my first job at, full-time job I worked in a hairdresser's when I was 11 for a while. That was interesting.
What did you do?
A hairdresser's, yeah. Like
what like you didn't cut hair, I assume, right?
they were teaching me to cut hair, and then I quit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did that. I did that for a while. I
My
was
first
cleaning.
job was cleaning toilets, so yours must have been better.
No, man, I still
No?
got back problems from that, bro. I still got back problems. It was honestly horrible. You were just standing up all day. Like, it wasn't so bad because you're sat there and you get these old women that come in and they're like, "Oh, you're so handsome."
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Like, I can remember one of them. So you learn how to like shampoo hair.
Yeah.
Man, this is so sus. This is so sus.
Ooh, here we
You
go.
learn how to shampoo. Yeah, here we go. It's all coming out. It's all coming
Yes.
out. MJR unleashed. And this one woman, I was just giving her the shampoo thing,
Yeah.
or washing her hair.
Yeah.
She's like, "Wow, no, ever since my husband died, no one's ever touched me like this." And I was kind of freaked out. And I was like, at the same time, I walked out and I had a cigarette. I was like, actually, that is kind of sad and that's kind of sweet at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. I see what you mean. Yeah. I mean, if you
It's
don't
creepy as fuck, though,
if you don't
but
look at it
it's
as a
nice.
degenerate, it's actually kind of sweet.
Yeah, it's the filter, right? The filter,
Yeah.
everything.
It's just bad that we're both degenerates, so you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She meant it in
It's-
a non-degenerate way, probably. Probably. We don't know. We'll never know. Unless there's more to the story.
Anyway, lovely interview. We'll do it again sometime.
So you get out of the apprenticeship at 6 months in, you say, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
6 months for the whole thing.
So what happens then?
Then you go out and try and get a job. So I got a job which was 18,000 a year,
Okay.
which as a 16-year-old is like,
That's amazing as a 16-year-old,
Fucking-
man. Holy
dude.
shit.
I was balling. I was balling money.
You're the man.
Yeah, dude, I was out.
Still
doing
the
shit.
man. Was man back then, now the man. I mean, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, unless I was going to say will continue to be the man, but then in this day and age, we never know who ends up becoming trans, right?
Yeah, that's
So-
true. Yeah, it might still happen. We'll do a new interview then with Michaela.
Yeah, and it all would have stemmed from that one woman that I was shampooing.
We'll remember. Yeah, it'll be
Oh
fun.
God, it's great. But
So
no,
you're
and then
making- you're making big IT money now as a 16
Big.
and a half year old.
yeah, so I was working in the corporate world, Capita, and
What are you actually doing?
did just everything. So anything from it was first line support. So it was first and second line support. So fixing the hardware. You get some idiot call you up. Hey, my keyboard's not working.
Yeah.
Like, but this is how like IT really showed me the thing that it showed me more than anything is how fucking dumb people are. Hey, my keyboard's not working. Okay. Is your screen on? No, my screen's not working either. Is the fucking computer on? Oh, wow. How did you know that?
Because I'm the man. Yeah.
Because
Galaxy brain right there.
And I was like, fuck this. This is just no. This is horrible. This is horrible. And it was great though. I had the company laptop, company phone, everything.
Nice.
But no, that was torture.
Yeah.
Absolute torture. And so at this time I was living with my dad and one of my ex-girlfriends, crazy bitch.
She
That's
was still
fun.
your girlfriend at the time, though.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
this was a different one.
Yeah.
There's been a few, right?
Yeah.
As you well know. And so I ended up saying, fuck this. I'm not doing this for 18 grand a year because now I had more qualifications and these guys are all stupid and screw this. So after a couple of months, I left, got another job offer, which was closer. That was like 22 grand a year. So
Okay.
that
Good
was
raise.
great.
That's good
Yeah,
raise.
nice.
Yeah, sure.
Nice bit of a raise.
Yeah.
Then then what happened? Then got another job, which was like 27, I think. 27.
Moving up in the world.
Yeah, just moving up, moving up.
And now you're 17, 18?
17, 18. But at the same time, I'm learning e-commerce, I'm learning drop shipping, I'm learning sales. But then when I got the offer
wait. This is like 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, because I'm ancient, I was here when the dinosaurs walked the earth. But 10 years ago, the internet wasn't like it is now, correct?
No,
so
completely different place.
Yeah.
And you could put Facebook ads for literally anything.
Exactly.
It was amazing.
So how did you find the info then? Like, how did you get it?
It was a course by a guy called, he was such a goofy dude. Honestly, Erlen something. I can't remember his name, but I came across a Facebook ad.
Okay.
And I was like, this guy's just weird. This guy looks weird, crazy long hair. Like the kind of guy that by looking at the screen, you just look at him and you're like, you smell horrible.
Yeah.
That kind of dude.
Yeah.
So I was just like, look, if bad smelly dude can make some money online, I can probably do it, right? So
I don't even smell that bad. Yeah. I see.
I smell good. I'm wearing Boss.
Exactly. You look like a good smelling dude. Am I wrong?
Well, it depends. It depends on the time of day. Depends on what's going on. You know,
that's the thing for all of us. I agree.
No, okay. I'm an addict. I need always to be smelling good, and that's actually a really good piece of advice for anyone. Because if you look good and you smell good, like everyone's immediately like, oh, okay, you have just put yourself in the top 1% of normal people.
100%. Yeah, I agree. Like, to be fair, you have like one of the best Instagram profiles I know of, and I know quite a few. So what can people find you on Instagram?
Michael J Ringer, and then it's a P. Michael J Ringer P.
I'll put it in the description as well. I mean,
yeah, that'd be awesome.
You have the fake profile thing going on as well, right?
I was about to publish another one, so I just got a message from this girl that works for me. Let's say that, and she messages me and she's like, "Hey, do you have another account?" I'm like, fucking, here we go again.
Exactly. Yeah, super annoying.
We're just earning our stripes, brother. We're so amazing that people they don't even want to like copy our style anymore.
They don't want to be themselves. They want to be us.
Yeah, and they
can't blame them. Can't blame them. Yeah, no, I agree. So, but and I, by the way, what's your favorite, like your favorite smell, your favorite perfume, or eau de toilette? What's it called?
I like Hermes. I always forget the name of it. It's like 80, 90 euros, maybe 100 euros.
Yeah.
But man, that is my winter / autumn smell. In the summer, it changes. In the summer, I really like Mont Blanc, Legend. Super nice.
Let me veer off a little bit from the timeline. Like at what point did you become aware of like style, smell, like being like grooming yourself as a man? When did that happen? As a cocaine addict, that's not your first priority, correct?
Well, you've got cocaine, and then it's kind of like eating, maybe. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, that's my point.
So,
yeah.
But no, do you know what? It was actually from when I was around that environment. It's from all of the the old gangster movies that we used to watch.
Yeah. And
so I'd be looking at The Godfather, The Sopranos, all of this, and I'd be like, man, see. In London, a gangster doesn't quite wear their suit, right?
Yeah.
They'll be walking around in some kind of, like, they look like the Michelin Man, if the Michelin Man wore a black coat.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, why do you have a man bag?
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, I agree, 100%. Yeah.
Michelin man bags.
Not into the man bags myself. No, true. Yeah.
I mean, each their own. Some of them aren't so bad, but just don't wear the black Michelin fucking man. Don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was looking around. I'm like, well, these guys are way more interesting. And I really like this old kind of family thing that these guys have in the mobster films, and that was actually a pretty big thing for me. And I took, when I was like 16, I took my first paycheck and I just went out and I just bought suits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bought. Like normally people would just go out and party. I was like, no, I'm going out and I'm getting suits. And I was walking around at 16, at 16 years old in a 3-piece suit with a hanky and a tie. And everyone's like, who the fuck is this little shit bag?
That's awesome, man.
Wearing a Boss watch.
Exactly.
It was great.
That's cool.
Like that was my thing. And it still is my thing. Everyone's like, dude, you always dress so well. It's like, you're going to the gym. Why the fuck are you wearing a suit? I'll change at the gym.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was about to say, like, you don't really work out in the suit, though.
I'll go to the beach in a suit.
Really?
Mm.
Cool.
Go to the beach in a suit, have the swimwear underneath so that everyone knows when I'm coming to the beach, I'm here on the fucking beach.
No, you're right. You're right. Like we went to Dubai and we did water skiing in the suit. That was awesome as well.
That looked like great fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. But okay, so now, like, you're making for a younger person, you're making decent money.
Yep.
And you're around 16, 17, bordering on 18 now. So what happens? You're making your 27K a year, doing, I assume, support. But what happens?
Yeah, support, networking. I just decided, I had a massive argument with my manager once.
Yeah.
And so I said, all right, fuck this, fuck you guys. And I just walked out. And they're like, well, you can't do that. I'm like, bye.
Yeah, I feel you.
Just walked away. I'm like, what the fuck are you going to do? Sue me? I'm 17 years old.
I'm out. Yeah.
I'm done.
Yes.
I'm out. So I walk out, and for a couple of months, I was just like, right, well, I don't, this IT thing, it's not good. I don't want to work for anyone. Fuck this. The e-commerce stuff was like starting to slow down. Had one of the guys that I built one of the businesses with, he stole the whole thing.
Yeah.
All of the logins, passwords, everything. And then obviously he disappeared. That was doing really well. That was doing like 60, 70K on the 3rd or 4th month, if I remember correctly. I was doing really, really, really good.
So expand, like what were you doing exactly?
That one was just selling furniture online.
Furniture?
Yeah, so the first business was Michael Ringer Collections. I think this is still up on Facebook, actually.
Really?
Rebranded that to R&R Collections. And then it went really, really well. And then at the same time,
guy stole it from under you? Yeah,
so never give your business partner all of the passwords to everything. Just don't. Especially if you're not incorporated, which I 100% maybe wasn't definitely incorporated. HMRC, don't call me.
Yeah.
And then yes,
I lost 250K once doing that mistake. So I feel your pain, man. It's not
a lesson learned.
It's not fun.
Well, happened
looking
recently.
back, it's pretty funny now, but back then it wasn't really funny though.
No, it's well, you know that there was that recent thing as well. Pretty much the same thing happened to me recently with my old business. Yeah, and that was been doing that for like 7 years now.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in time.
You never know, ladies and gents. You never know. You think that you can trust people,
but you can't.
Don't. Yeah. Business is. It's not player but versus player. It is anyone will eat your fucking soul. Given half of a chance, trust me, money makes people so unbelievably greedy that
I sold real estate for 15 years and I saw over 500 divorces and breakups. And every single time, like the money, also I saw like inheritances. The money makes people go nuts, man. It's nasty to see. Like it's a decent, normal human. They will eat each other.
Yeah, like it's interesting because the way that I see this as well. Because I mean, we know that there's this monstrously huge recession that's coming now.
Yeah,
And, you know, you look at what happened in, let's say, the Great Depression back in 1929.
Yeah.
People weren't going and killing each other very much. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Communities came together.
Yeah, exactly.
Came together.
Yeah.
This time round,
yeah, exactly.
it's not gonna. It's
I'm
gonna
not
be
that
bad.
confident. No, I agree. No, 100%. People eat each other, man. Yeah.
It's going to be a very, very bad couple of years for a lot of people. Anyone who's not seriously trying to get rich,
yeah,
like right now,
I mean, it's hard to say when it's going to hit, but it is going to hit. Like
it's hitting now.
Inevitable. Yeah,
it's happening now. Look, I mean, look at inflation rates. It's very, very likely that US inflation rate is going to be at what 18.2% or something like that.
And it's been nuts for a while. Like I mean, I remember. I think this is even like 10 years ago that I found out that the whole inflation thing is bullshit. Like it's way higher than people tell you that it is, right? But that's the thing. I talked about this with a fellow acquaintance of ours, and we discussed this, and I said, like, all of this stuff always takes more time than you think. Like you would assume that it all breaks down quickly, but it doesn't. Like it takes time. Because if we go out right now, you go out in wherever you are, I go out in my place, I ask 100 people, like, what is fiat currency? I doubt that more than 5 people could even give me a half decent answer. People have absolutely no clue.
It's terrifying though, because all of these people that have no idea.
True.
It's terrifying because they are going to be so blindsided.
Yeah, well, I mean, the middle class is going to be wiped out, right? You're going to have like the upper class, and then you have to get the shit munchers, and that's basically it.
It's going to be either you're in what remains of the middle class, and you're earning, let's say, upwards of 100K a year minimum, because that's going to be minimum. I reckon I could probably push that to maybe 150, 160.
Yeah,
but it's either you're going to be in that field, or you are genuinely going to be a slave for the rest of your life. That's it. It's done.
Those are the options. Yeah.
It's done at this point. And it's not even just you're going to be a slave for the rest of your life. Your kids are going to be slaves. Their kids are going to be slaves. And eventually...
Children's children.
Your children's children are going to be fucking car batteries for Tesla. What are you doing? Get off your ass, people.
Matrix is coming, man. And I think there's still time. Like there's still time to.
There's a window
to build your skill and to make money, but it is closing. Like you can't fuck around for a couple of years and say, let me start after 3 years. I was talking to another acquaintance of ours, and he recalled having a conversation with someone that said, I got like 2 or 3 years to burn. I'll be fine. Holy shit, man. You don't have 2 or 3 years to burn. Trust me. You don't.
I just can't. I mean, with people like this now, I'm just like, okay, well, man, you're going to have a great holiday.
Yeah, good luck.
Great holiday. Anyway, I got to go. Because those people that you get fucked, bro. Are you like the worst of the worst? And I see this happen a lot. So often. I see this happen a lot. The worst of the worst is because being ignorant, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Being arrogant is another thing. Being absolutely and having no idea, that's another thing.
Yeah.
But the worst people are the scumbags of the fucking earth that know something.
Yeah.
And they do fuck all about it.
Yeah. I see it coming. Like it's tsunami. I'm standing at the beach. I see it coming. Oh, okay. I'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, sure, bro. It'll be fine.
All right.
Yeah. Have fun.
Enjoy that, bro.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go climb this hill over here, which it's not gonna be fun. I've got to hurt my legs a little bit, but well,
I'll take that over the other option. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go back to the Michael timeline. So you have the argument with the IT dude manager, and now you're like, whatever, 17, 18. What happens?
Yeah, it must have been like 17 at the time. So then I kind of decided, right, I'll set up my own IT business.
Yeah.
Because at least that's going to be money. Like I know how much the company was getting paid. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
fuck this. These guys don't, like, I'm doing the work. These guys don't know what the fuck these guys are doing. Like, the team are just apes, like literal apes.
Monkeys.
Monkeys.
Planet
Like,
of the Apes. Yeah. Okay.
like Gibraltar monkeys, not even Planet of the Apes.
No,
monkeys.
not highly developed, like the low.
No, the little monkeys that only want to steal like your backpack monkeys.
Yeah.
Those kind of monkeys. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it myself. That's cool.
Yeah.
So just as I decided that, I think it was like two days later or something, I get a call from my, here's one for you. My mum's cousin's husband.
Okay.
And he gives me a call. I'm like, hey, the fuck are you doing calling me? It's a bit strange.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, I've got this event that's coming up, and I need someone else who knows about IT to come with me. And I'm like, oh, business event.
Yeah.
That sounds classy.
Good.
All right, cool. Like, let's do it. So I'll go with him, wake up like, I think it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, something super, super, super gay. Wake up,
and gay. Yeah.
getting on the tube, and I'm like half dead. I'm like trying to just survive.
Yeah.
Get there, and it's just walking around talking to people, trying to get clients with him. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is exactly what I was planning on doing anyway. So, all right, I'll work with you. You can pay me. I'll do whatever project you want. I'll work as essentially a freelancer, but I'll run it through my own business.
Yeah.
And we'll do that. But at the same time, I realized after that I needed desperately to know how to sell, like desperately, because I'm still reading all of these books. I'm still doing all of these things. And I'm like, right, I need to know how to sell. What's really difficult? So I went to a couple of interviews for sales, got offered both of them. One of them was a IT, I always forget what it was. Anyway, some IT sales position. And then the other one was fine wine investment sales. So, and I went there, super fancy, like interview process. They had the whole hotel booked. You had to get there at the crack of dawn. Wow. There was like 150 people or something at this interview, all of them men, except for like maybe one or two women. Everyone's dressed in like a suit, but I'm the only one who's still balling around in a 3-piece suit with a tie and a fucking handkerchief. Right?
Exactly, yeah.
So I walk in, I'm super confident, and I can't remember what the question was, but they asked a sales question. Oh, that was it. Sell me this pen, they said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this is 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
This is to sell the pen. I think it came from Zig
Belfort.
Ziglar. Zig Ziglar.
Oh,
originally.
shit. Yeah, you're right. Most people know it from Jordan Belfort, but it's a Zig Ziglar thing. Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
And because I'd already read the books, and I've been fucking hounding books. I did nothing, but I would go to work, I would come back and just read books.
Brainwash.
Brainwash myself. Like, let me just download whatever interesting, good, positive stuff the internet has for me.
100%.
Fuck it, give me.
Yeah.
Give me all of it. Learning about economics, micro, macro economics, learning about the world, different countries. Oh, and by the way, I've been traveling a lot all throughout this time.
Okay.
Don't even know how many countries. And so I was just like, okay, fine, I'll put myself forward for this. And everyone, there were like maybe 10, 15 guys put up their hand. And I just went like that. Because I'm already sat in the front row, because I'm like, right, if I sit in the front row, they're going to see me first.
Yeah.
They're going to have to see me first. They saw me first and they said, okay, you're last. I'm like, fucking sons of bitches, making me go last. I came here early. I'm hungry. I still haven't had breakfast yet. I'm just running on pure coffee and just caffeine and maybe 2 Red Bulls or something.
Yeah.
Dicks. And so they're going through everyone else. Everyone's like, okay, this pen, look at this pen. It's a beautiful pen, blah, 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 you know. And I just went,
super lame.
Yeah. And I just went, this pen, do you have a need for it? And they just went, right, come with us outside. And I swear to God, I shit myself because I thought that I just really fucked
You're gonna
up.
get booted out. Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Well, fuck
damn,
off.
was that like, was it that bad? Was it that bad? You told everyone else to sit down, and you're telling me to go outside with you guys? I'm like, oh shit. And just literally on the spot, they're like, okay, you start work tomorrow. The interview was on a Sunday, and they're like, right,
Really?
Monday.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay,
cool. That's
like,
awesome.
What do I need to do? They said, you need to learn this script off by heart within 24 hours. It was like 20 pages, and you need to know off by heart. And I'm like, in 24 hours? It's like, it's 12 o'clock now. And they're like, you want to make excuses? And I'm like, I'll see you tomorrow.
Exactly.
Wait, I'm just reading and reading and reading and reading and reading. I get on the train to go up to central London Bridge. Trying to find the office. The office was like this random little fucking hut thing.
Dingy place. Yeah.
It was weird, right? There were no seats, weren't allowed to sit down, nothing.
It's like a boiler room.
Yeah, like a proper true boiler room.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I'm seeing, because they told me to wait down the stairs. So I'm waiting down the stairs for Richard to come up. Bro, I'm seeing Ferraris parking up. I'm seeing Aston Martin.
Holy
and
shit.
then I'm like, and then I'm seeing the guys go up the stairs. And I'm like, oh shit, this is my break.
Yeah. This is
my break. This is it. Great. Cool. Okay. So bear in mind, I don't know what the salary is. I don't know what the commission is. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing in this place. Yeah. I have no idea. I'm seeing Ferraris and I'm seeing the Aston Martins. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah. I don't know. So then Richard pulls up in a fucking Lamborghini. And I'm like, oh, hi, Richard. He's like, right, okay, come upstairs with me. There's 3 other dudes that are waiting there with me. The other dudes are sweating. I studied. I think I slept for like 3 hours, 4 hours this day.
Yeah.
Finally, he's like, right, Michael, you go with him, and I'll look at the other guy that I'm partnered with. Must have been like 22 years old or something at the time. Hermes, everything though.
Okay, nice.
And I look at his watch. It's a date just. And I'm like, the fuck is this? Is like okay, focus.
Yeah.
Stop looking at the money, focus. He's like, right, okay, so pitch me. So I pitched him. Pitch went perfectly. And he goes, okay, cool, get on the phone. I'm like,
oh,
actually do sales now?
Yeah.
Like I've got the technical side down. Yeah. I've got it down. So he's like, okay, get on the phone. Here's your login. Use this login. Your name is now Simon or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, okay, my name's Simon, and now I will just pick up the phone and start dialing.
So you get a code name.
Everyone had everyone was given a different name.
Sounds legit.
Obviously, I'm thinking, money,
yeah.
money,
yeah,
scared.
Exactly.
First actual sales calls. What the fuck is going on? So it's crazy.
That's great.
And so pick up the phone. I'm like, hey, do these people know that I'm going to call them? They're like, no, of course they don't fucking know that you're going to call them. What are you doing? Whoa, man, these guys are aggressive.
Yeah.
So straight cold calling for 5 hours straight. And
bro,
if they saw you put down the phone, and I did this like twice just because my hand was hurting.
Yeah.
My hand was hurting because when on your first week, you're not given a headset.
Oh,
on
really?
On your
manually.
Week, yeah.
Holy shit.
And on your second week, you get given a headset. So, dude, my wrist was fucked.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't jack off for like 3 weeks or something. But my wrist was wrecked. It was so bad. And my feet are killing me. My back's killing me. I'm like, oh, man, maybe I should go back and do this IT thing because this is nuts.
It's rough.
But no, I carried on. And Richard goes to me after the 5 hours. He goes, right, okay, you're coming with me for an hour for lunch. I'm like, okay, cool.
All right.
So we go to where was it? This wasn't when, I can't remember. It might have been the Shard, but I don't think it was. But anyway, it was this really upmarket, beautiful spot. Never been somewhere like this before. Ridiculously beautiful. And that was it. Tower 42. He takes me to this spot. Beautiful views of London, and it's just amazing. And we walk in, there's live jazz music, and it's like, wow, okay, this is like, what the fuck is happening? I got PhD.
What's going on?
I got PhD'd so badly, bro. But he's like, okay, well, you've made the most phone calls so far today, so you're the one who stays on. I'm like, okay, great.
All right.
So how do I get paid?
Yeah.
And he just looks at me dead in the eye and gives me this look like, when you make sales? I'm like, oh, so I don't have a salary? No, of course you don't have a salary. No one here has a salary. What are you doing? And I'm like, right. So I need to get good at this then.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, for like a month straight. Went there, you're there at 10 o'clock in the morning. You leave at 8:30 or 9. And then I came back home exhausted, right? Still standing up all day, and I'm back at it, pounding as much information. This is where I find Grant Cardone. Jordan Belfort. So at this point, I'm just reinvesting everything that I've got, Anyway, long story short, they got shut down by the police.
I'm amazed.
On my day. Yeah.
Who could have seen this coming?
Fine wine investing isn't that lucrative as a broker.
Oh, yeah. Who knew?
Well, who knew? How the fuck was I making 50% on every investment that I was? No idea, genuinely.
Yeah.
But now I know everything about the trade. Now I've got WESIC qualifications 1 and 2. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. Let me go and find a legit brokerage. Find a legit one. Commission was like 10%. And I'm like, okay, 10% is reasonable. Sounds legit.
Yep.
Know what I'm doing.
Way more legit than 50%.
Yeah.
True.
Go there. Did really, really well. Was an opener, which is the person that makes the first appointment. Moved on pretty quick. And then just started doing consultancy. That's when I started my business, doing sales consultancy. Started being somewhat of an online presence. I think I have like maybe 3 or 4 million likes on Periscope. So I used to
Periscope. That's a long time ago, man.
It was a very long time ago. Very long time ago. But that was also at the point where I was doing motivational speaking. I was doing my own things and just doing kind of stuff, just doing stuff because I like doing it. And
so you're like 18, 19 now.
Yep.
Okay.
18, 19. And I was on Periscope like every day. I had no idea how many followers that I had, but it was significant enough to, I was walking through London a fair few times, just going from one business meeting to another one.
Wow.
And people would see me and they'd be like, hey, you're that guy.
Yeah, you're Michael. Yeah.
And then other people were like, oh man, you're the dude from the that was speaking at the event the other day. I'm like, yeah, that was
exactly.
So
you get like public speaking, right? You start to get into that. Was that hard? Because people always say like that's one of the biggest fears. Tell me about it.
Hard the first time.
Okay.
And you know, I say this, it's not necessarily just hard the first time. It's still hard before.
It's exciting, right?
For me, it's just like when you're sparring with someone that you've never sparred with before, right?
Yes. Oh, that's such a great point, man. I love that.
And you're like,
you don't know what to expect, really. Yeah.
You don't know
so good.
What kind of an angle or approach you're going to need to take. You don't know the audience. The audience doesn't know you. You're going to need to come across as and read the audience, elaborate and twist and turn and perhaps defend, or sometimes go on the offensive.
Yeah.
So I loved it, man. I still love it to this day. But I haven't done it for, where are we? Probably 5 years now.
It is a lot of fun, though. I do agree. Like I remember doing my first speech and I had a few jokes, and they didn't land at all. Like I bombed like really bad. Like you say the joke and there's nothing for like 3 seconds, and if you're on stage, 3 seconds is a lot.
Like, it's yeah, that's like 5 cat lives, bro.
It's an eternity.
It's so not good.
And then my second audience, like I do because I kept the same speech, and this was like 2 days after. Second audience loved it, ate everything up. You know, they absolutely enjoyed everything. I'm like, hey, maybe I'm not that bad. Maybe the first audience was just cold. That's
the audience are cunts. It's not me. Like, honestly, I've had that happen. I did this one speech at this what was it? It was a marketing summit, and they paid me to go. Yeah, they paid me a decent amount. Yeah, they're like, right, if you can come for like 2-3 hours or something. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. How long do I need to be speaking for? 10 minutes. God, fuck yeah, all right.
I'll show up. Sure.
I'll be there. I've got some of my friends are there speaking, so I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, sure. Absolutely. It was a great laugh. So I go, my friend just he flopped, but badly, badly, and I don't know what happened to him this day. It was a worse speech, and we were speaking the other day, and it was like, bro, I still remember that fucking.
That was so bad,
and he just drops the ball so badly. Oh my God. And then it's like, it's my turn. And I'm like, oh, fuck, bro, this audience is going to be hard. So I thought, okay, right, I'm going to need to engage the audience, because normally I'll just start talking and I won't have anything more than just the subject to talk about. And then I'll just start talking about the subject, and then start talking, and then just keep it natural. No lines or whatever. Just go for it. And bro, this one, as my friend gives me the mic, and he just looks at me, bro, like worse than Casper the Ghost. I swear to God, he's so pale. I could see his organs. Like it's terrible. And I was just like, I felt that energy transfer, and now I'm feeling like, oh fuck. Yeah. This is not going to be fun. Yeah. So he passes me the mic. I walk up. I get introduced by the event organizer. And you know, normally when you're at these kind of events, these business events, normally the organizer will introduce the person that's coming up and talking, right? Yeah. And then normally straight away everyone gives a round of applause. Yeah. No one fucking applauds me. Like a funeral. I'm like, oh God, what is going on? But it was just silent. Oh my God. You could hear a pin drop in this room. And there must have been probably 150 people in this room. And you could hear, like, I'm like, right, I'm not starting this with any energy, because there was zero energy in this room. I'm not going to raise the dead. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So we're all here to talk about sales and marketing, right? Right? And then I'm like looking in the crowd for someone to just like kind of at least nod their head. Exactly. Something. This older woman, she goes, yeah. Ah. Yeah. I'm like, so how many of us here are business owners? And then one guy up front's kind of like, oh my God. But then I'm like, right, fuck it. He's just put his hand up. I'm raising. Who else? Yeah. Because it can't just be one person. Yeah. Come on, this is ridiculous. It's a business event. Come on, man. Yeah. And then from that point, like 30, 40 hands are up. And then I'm like, okay. Oh, you're getting into it. Yeah. Let's start getting into it. Yeah. But then I made the really big mistake. I made a really big mistake. This one guy, I was asking the audience questions and trying to just give them on the spot advice for what they could do to get the sales process. Yeah, it was great. But then I asked this one dude, and this is where I bombed so hard. Like I Talibaned it just full Taliban. Yeah. And so this guy had really long hair. Still remember this moment. Really long hair. He's kind of overweight. He's wearing a shirt that you can tell that he's been wearing for the same 70 years. And you could definitely like he's one of those guys that you could smell through the screen. Type of guys,
exactly. Yeah.
So I said to him, I'm like, hey, so what's your business? What do you do? He's like, well, I've just started. I'm like, okay, cool. What's the business? What do you do? Well, I what was it? I do marketing consulting. I'm like, okay, cool, great business model. Marketing was popping off back then.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. So how much is your turnover at the moment? Well, 0 right now. I've kind of just started. I'm like, yeah, it's all right. You know, that's fine. Everyone starts from nothing, right? Like you can't have a business all of a sudden to be a million
exactly.
dollars.
Yeah.
But then he goes, yeah. I know. I'm like, okay, cool. So tell me, what's your plan? So, well, I just started. This guy says, I just started one more fucking time.
You're trying to reel him in, but he's not
throw
coming.
something at this guy's forehead because you're pissing me off.
Yes.
Well, okay, cool. So when did you start? Well, I just started recently.
Fuck's sake.
Bro. I'm like, I can't move on. I can't move on
because you can't say next.
I've engaged with this fucking dickhead that's just started his business. I can't do anything.
I feel you, yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, so how long ago? How many months ago was it? It's like, I'm like, I've just chosen a fucking 10 on the scale. This guy's a 10 on our scale. He cannot get resurrected, reincarnated. No. He's done.
He's gone. Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, okay, well, I guess everyone has to start somewhere, right? So, but
trying to keep it positive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it light.
Like infuse energy into the situation. Yeah. But he's like a black hole sucking it up.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm giving you energy.
Yes.
I give you give to me. No, okay, I'm just giving.
Let's reciprocate at least, right?
My life force is being drained by this.
You're like a vampire.
The Harry Potter Dementor or some shit. It was this dude, right? It was just
a Dementor. That's good.
Horror. Yeah. That's what it felt like. I'm just feeling. There's 150 other people in the room. I chose this dickhead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, so I can't remember how I put it, but I said, okay, so there's a time frame, right? So what was it, this week, this month, a couple of months ago, last year? So yeah, well, I started about 1.5 years ago. I'm like, okay, cool. So you started 1.5 years ago, but you've made 0 from your business. Okay. Are you doing this full time? Yeah, I've been doing this full time. For how long? I just started. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Again? No.
I tried not to laugh.
Yes.
But someone in the crowd laughed. And I just broke. I fucking broke.
Couldn't take it. Yeah.
I couldn't take it anymore. I just said to it, I've never broken just my focus on stage. Melted.
Yeah.
And I think I was laughing for like 5 seconds, but just uncontrollable. Like I had to squat to the floor laughing. And I just went, I got back up and I went, look.
Yeah.
It's fine.
How do you recover, right? You don't recover.
I just said to him, because he went, I felt no, some other woman in the audience. Man, there were so many tweets after this of people saying, "Oh, this speaker was such an asshole to that one guy," and I'm like, "How was I the asshole?
I'm not the asshole. No,
he's a 10 and I'm a 0, bro.
Yes.
Leave me the fuck alone."
I'm trying to give like CPR. And he's not taking it.
I'm giving CPR to literally it's not even a corpse. It's just a skeleton. Exactly. There's no lungs. It's
CPR to a skeleton. That's good.
But they banned me. They banned me from going to those events after that.
Bro, I had a similar experience. It's actually funny. Like I told you last time we spoke, like we are very similar personality wise. Yeah. And I had a similar experience where I was invited. I wasn't even invited. Someone else was invited. And then they said, Arno, would you be so kind to take up our spot because we think you're a great speaker. Can you do it? I said, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And I do this speech. And then my speech is something like, I mean, not literally, but the people are retarded. Like people are dumb, and you have to really hone them in and show them what they need to do to give them instruction, and they actually do it.
Keep it simple, like, stupid.
Exactly, like sheeple, right?
Kiss it.
And then there's zero like feedback from the audience, like none. And afterwards, I'm done. And back then I had a book to sell and I had some consulting. So I end up with my sales pitch, and there were like no takers, none, not any, which never happened before and never happened afterwards. Like there was always like at least a few dudes, right? Usually a lot, but at least a few. And then some dude comes up to me afterwards and he said, well, I think it's really disrespectful that you call people stupid because I'm a person and I'm not stupid. And I mean, I don't even know what I said to him because there's no real, like, you can't have a dialogue with an NPC. Like he's not even real, the dude, probably.
You can't.
No, there's nothing. I can't save you because you're not a real dude. Yeah. And but it's so similar, like the sinking feeling in your gut and the fact that he steals all of your energy and you're just standing there. I gotta save the situation, but you can't save it.
You can't.
He's dead.
You can't. And like when those kinds of things are happening, and it's kind of similar, right? It's kind of similar when you see someone that you actually care about, like a friend or like a family member, and you just see them just fucking up their lives and just doing the same boring shit. It's kind of the same feeling, right? Because you're 100%. Like, man, I love you so much, but you're a dead corpse now. Like you keep on, and you're not even just a dead corpse. You're dead, but they keep on going down and continuing.
It's like Ebenezer Scrooge looking out from the outside at his former life.
It's
There's
just
nothing
that
you can do. Like I want to help, but it's really bad.
It's crazy. It's crazy, but that's such a good analogy as well.
Yeah. So
because it's cold. It's a cold place to be.
True. Yeah, that's really true. And you want to do more, but you can't because you can't reach him, right? Like if you have a connection, I can reach you. If there's nothing, I mean, I'd love to, but I just can't.
It's out of my control.
Yeah. So
even
you're doing the speaking and the sales consulting, but you're still in England.
Yeah.
So when do you flee to France?
So what happened next was I ended up because I was going to all of these speaking events, and I was getting all of these people coming up to me asking me for investment, business coaching and everything. Oh yeah, but we're a brand new startup, and I got incredibly well connected throughout the time of doing that I ended up co-owning, I think at the time it was like 8 or 9 businesses. And
so you take equity,
taking
your advice.
Yeah, taking equity, and then I'll essentially be on the board of directors.
Yeah, exactly.
Just advise them, and they get my contacts. It's kind of like being a dragon without being actually invested.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, without money. Like it's just you.
Just me, my experience. But then at the same time, obviously, there was a couple that I was financially investing in as well. So, but failure after failure with some of these businesses, because great, amazing ideas, but I learned very quickly, man, if people are fucking retarded.
It's not about the ideas, right?
No, it's 100% about the people, the co-owners, the founders, because, man, it would get into 2-3 months in, and the things that I'd said on day one, which were very, very easy things to implement the very next day, would then not be done. We'd have contracts signed, we'd have everything done, but then nothing would happen. So I then ended up plowing so much time and energy into that, whilst doing speaking, whilst also doing the Periscope and personal brand thing, whilst also doing the consultancy. So some days I would work for quite literally straight for 24 hours, with just a couple of breaks. And man, it was fucking hell on earth. I have no other way to put that.
Yeah.
So, and this was a time when Gary Vee was just coming out. Met him
really?
actually
Yeah.
at one of those events, and so this hustle culture thing was massive. And I'm like, I don't know why the fuck anyone wants to do this. This is why.
It doesn't make sense.
It's like, it's worse than selling your soul. I'd say it's akin to watching someone else live your life in your body.
Yeah, exactly. You're like a voyeur from the outside, right?
Yeah. And your body is just doing things just because your body has to do it, because you have those responsibilities.
Yeah.
So it got to the point where, so I was living two roads away from my mum's house.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to see them. I didn't get to see anyone in my family, even 2 roads away, like a 15-minute walk, a 10-minute walk, and I didn't see them. Didn't get to spend any time with them. But the end all was when we went to Norway for one of my uncle's funeral for his wedding. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well,
I mean,
yeah, it's close. Yeah, exactly.
Close enough.
Yeah.
And so we're all there. My granddad's there, my mum's there, my siblings are there, his whole family are there, and even still, I'm there and I'm just fucking working and working and working and working and working. And the only thing that I had on my mind was, fuck, I really do not want to go back to London. I can't. This was the end of August. I'm like, I cannot go back.
Was it London or your former life? What was most important?
Both. Yeah, both. So
because it's intertwined, I assume, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Because if you're in, I mean, for me specifically, and for someone like you, if you live in a place like that,
yeah,
where it is just, it's 100% of the time, and it's always just, you're on go. You're always on go.
Yeah.
You know, I still am to a point, but nothing like that.
It's not the same.
No.
I mean, if in a way, like, who was that? I think it was Zeus that said to Sisyphus that he was supposed to push the boulder on top, like up on the hill, and then every time he got close, the boulder just rolled off. The same thing, right? It's the same feeling. But what I want to ask you, so Sisyphus keeps pushing and the boulder rolls back down, and I'm pretty sure you have the same, you have this feeling, but at the same time you're making money though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're doing well. I mean, I remember this time in my life I was doing well, but what is like the difference between the Sisyphus experience versus where you should be? Because that's a hard, for me, that's a hard line to draw.
It's a very good, very, very, very good question. I think the easiest way that I can put this, Sisyphus had nothing else to do.
Ooh, that's good. I like it.
He had no other option. Whereas for us now, as grown, wiser men, we have much more to do. We've got responsibilities. We have families.
We have fun as well, right?
Yeah, we have fun. And that's one of the most intrinsic things about life. You live this thing once. If you die today and you're being Sisyphus ain't having no fun. He's suffering 100%.
This was his whole existence. Yeah, true.
Yeah. And just when he thinks he's about to accomplish something, the boulder comes down anyway.
Yeah,
and
taken away.
You know what? Might as well look at that boulder. Sure, I mean, you could look at the Sisyphus analogy in so many different ways. Like, you could look at it as if at the bottom of the mountain, if he lets go of that boulder, the boulder rolls down, and at the bottom of that mountain, there's your family. Yeah. Right. So you're going to have to carry on pushing and being a better man. But there's so many different other ways to become a better man than just working for your entire existence, because you know, it's very easy to get caught up in Lambos, Ferraris, mansions, and meaningless bitches and sex.
Yeah. Like hedonistic stuff.
Yeah, but it's none of it really holds any weight.
No.
Like none of it holds any weight. It's like if you died just doing that, no one's gonna fucking remember you.
No
one's
course
gonna
not.
no one's gonna cry at your funeral. In fact, probably no one's even gonna turn up at your funeral. Like,
you have an empty funeral. That would be lame and gay. Yeah.
Like I did a whole talk about this, and the talk was about how to plan your life as a man.
Yeah.
And I've always said the best starting point for any young man trying to plan their life is to reverse engineer. Right. How do you want your funeral to look like?
Yeah.
Cool. What can you do to make that happen? It really, that should be the starting point. If anyone's young here, which I can imagine there will be from HU.
Yeah, well,
start with that.
Yeah.
Start with that, because that's just such an overlooked aspect of life, because, you know, it's super easy. You're there, you're on Instagram, you're scrolling, you're doing all of this shit.
Yeah. Like there's the drift, like it just takes you, and this is the way of life, right? It just happens. Yeah,
and it's really your choice, because for me, the one thing that I could not have happen is to have an empty funeral. And it's like, so I have so many people ask me all the time, especially the guys who are in our circle. And, you know, everyone that comes to where I live, bro, this is, how the fuck do you do this? Is like your city.
Yeah. Because you got it on lock, right? Yeah.
And everyone loves me, everyone respects me, but there's a way to set that up. And it's not just because there's money involved. It's actually quite the opposite. Most of the people that know me through non-monetary means. Yeah,
that's actually funny. I do agree with that. Like there's a Dutch song. It's called Herman, which is a Dutch name, and it's about a dude that he goes to France, which, you know, that has some similarity to you, and he sells his car. I don't know why. And then the next day, the car crashes, and the guy having the steering wheel, you know, is burned so bad that they assume it's him. Like the paperwork wasn't really figured out right. And he reads his own name in the newspaper, and he's dead. He's gone. Like that's it. And then he realizes, holy shit, I had so much childhood dreams, and the only dream that came true was me becoming old. That's it. That's everything.
Whoa.
Holy shit, that was so, like, when I first heard that lyric, I'm like, woo, that's bad.
Yeah, I love that one.
That's so good. And imagine being that dude. Holy shit. Yeah. That'd be bad.
That's a very, very good one.
Yeah.
It's very akin to, have you heard, I believe it's Chinese. It's either Chinese or Japanese. Someone's going to fucking fact check me in the comments course, anyway. Yeah. So, but it says something along the lines of the worst death you can have is dying and meeting yourself, the person that you could be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Imagine that, right? Whatever like potential you had, seeing that, like you fell short so bad.
And we're all gonna fall short, right? This is the thing that
at least I want to get close.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to fucking get there, look at myself. And another one that I made up actually many years ago was, if it's true, and actually I put this in the last video on my Instagram, and it was like a montage of the last 3 or 4 months of my life.
Yeah.
It's crazy fucking video. I don't know how I've done all of that shit in 3 months is beyond
I
me.
saw it. It was pretty good. Yeah. You have way better video skills than me as a boomer. Yeah, I like that.
Well, I'll teach you.
Yeah. Yeah. When I come to your place, you have to teach me. Yeah. Yeah.
$5,000 an hour, and I'll teach you.
So generous. I like it. Yeah. Okay.
All right, fine. You want to be salty? Make it 10. Fuck.
No.
No. Too late. Sarcasm. No.
Ah, shit. Yeah.
I'm done. I'm being salesy. I'm doing the takeaway now. The takeaway
selling. Yeah. I love it.
But no, it's I went into this in depth. I can't remember if it was a video or a talk or something, but I said the whole point of life, if really it's true that your life genuinely does flash before your eyes,
yes,
is yours going to be worth rewatching?
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome reel.
Is it going to be worth you watching? Are you going to watch that and be like, fuck, man, yeah, okay,
yeah, that was awesome.
Let me go.
Man. Woo! Yeah.
Let me go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Cool.
It's like me right now. I could die today. I wouldn't be content with that, but fuck, bro, would I be happy? Because I've done proud, though. So much.
Yeah, all of the shit I did. Yeah. No, I 100% agree. Yeah. And the best is yet to come, right?
Hopefully. Because who knows?
It will.
Who knows? It could be today. You go to sleep, you wash your face, and now you've got some brain-eating bacteria.
We might be hit by a meteor tonight, but probably the best is yet to come. It's going to be so awesome.
I'm hoping Biden doesn't get reelected. Let's.
I don't know. He doesn't know either, so that's nice.
Well, I don't think Biden knows even who the fuck he is.
No.
Like, it's
that's
so
true.
bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll be fine either way. Like if he gets reelected, if he doesn't, I'll be fine. I mean, yeah, I'll live. No worries.
I'll check up on you in a couple of years.
Yeah, please do.
I'll give you a phone call.
So now you're doing the public speaking, doing sales consulting, but like I don't think you answered my question about fleeing to France. When did that happen?
So I'm in Norway.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Okay. We left off.
As I'm there, I've got the family there. The whole of the family's there.
And you're working 24/7.
And I'm just working basically the whole time. I'm like, man, this very well could have been the last time that I saw my granddad before he died. He's still alive, thank God.
Oh, wow. Good.
And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? This is unacceptable. And you know what? I need a change of life. So fuck it. I don't want to go back to London. Where do I want to go?
Yeah.
So I call up my main business partners, which was at the time it was a commission-only sales platform, which is still running. And I called them up, and I'm like, look, I'm not going back to London. No. And I've decided out of all of the businesses that I could be focusing on and working with right now, I'm working with you guys. I'm working with you guys because I see the upside of this just so much higher than all of the other businesses. They're like, this is it. This is it. I Pikachu, I fucking choose you. So then we were having the conversation, and they were like, right, okay, well, we need to move as well, actually, because they at the time were living in France.
Yeah. And
they were very much running like a hyper bootstrapped business. It was super early stage. We weren't doing super good. I can't even remember the revenue at the time, but it wasn't great. First year.
Okay.
Yeah, because the problem with having a dual-sided marketplace is you need people on both sides.
Yeah,
right.
Obviously, yeah.
And having dual-sided marketplace with few people on one side, you need more people on the other, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And then
I'm from real estate. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a continuous
it's rough.
cycle. Yeah. Not fun.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, cool. What do you think of Spain? Yeah, Spain's cool. It's hot.
Yeah.
Hot chicks. sangria, beaches,
Yeah, sounds good.
bitches. Yeah, fuck it, Spain. All right. So I googled where is good to live in Spain, and
Solid. Yeah.
I was just reading like 2 or 3 articles, and on the third one, they were like, "There's this beautiful place in Alicante." I'm like, "Oh, Alicante! I've heard a lot about that."
Alicante.
Like, some of my old friends and their families, they went to Alicante to their summer holidays. Yeah, okay. And I'm like, okay, where's cool to live in Alicante? And this one place popped up, Benissa. And I'm like, all right, this place seems okay. It's close enough to the beach. Let me search for places to stay for 6 months. Oh, okay. I think it was like a 10-bedroom villa or something. I'm like, 10-bedroom villa. Yeah. Holy fuck. It's 1,200 euros a month.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck really? It. 6 months.
Yeah, let's go.
Boom. Done.
Yeah.
Call them up. I'm like, okay, we are going to live in Spain for 6 months. Like, okay, cool. Like, right, you go ahead, book the flight. Well, no, I told my PA at the time. I said, okay, book the flights.
Whatever.
Flights are done. So a week, no, it was less than a week. 6 days later, I was on a plane to go to Spain with all my shit, and here I am.
Yeah.
Benissa was a shithole, by the way. Don't go. There's like it was so embarrassing, man. Like, it's so bad.
It's bad.
Like, there's not even. I think there's someone. Someone's going to do it anyway. Like, watch this. Someone in the comments is going to be from Benissa.
Oh yeah, obviously. It's a great place. Yeah, we got like a supermarket and a cafe.
Yeah, it's really good. Fuck you.
Fuck off.
Don't even. And if you're writing it, just press the escape button. No.
It's lame and gay.
No, it was terrible though, man. It was like one road. There was like two bars. And one of those bars was an Irish club, and everyone that was there was doing fucking coked out of their heads. So yeah, it was not fun. It was not fun. I did learn.
How long were you there? Like 6 months?
Did you? Yeah, 6 months.
All right.
For the whole 6 months.
And then?
For the whole 6 months. And then I met this girl in a club, and she was hot. She was nice.
Classy.
Spanish. Kind of classy, but she was just cute.
Well, she's in the club, probably.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you need to go to where your customers are, gentlemen, ideally. In the end, she was fucking trash, by the way.
I mean, that deserves like a repeat. Like, you need to go where your customers are. That's pretty good, actually.
Yep, go to where your customers are.
Yeah,
it's a deep one.
Wherever you're like, if you're looking in the garbage for dinner, you're gonna find probably garbage dinner. Like, some of it's gonna taste good, most of it won't, though.
I mean, how long has it been in the garbage for? Is the question. You want something really profound? Yeah. There you go. How long has she been a feminist for? Is it a couple of days or a couple of weeks, or is it a couple of years? Is she going to BLM parades?
Yeah. How deep is that ingrained into like the brain? Yeah, I agree.
How deep is the rot? Right. Because the lower hanging fruit normally are the ones that fall first.
Yeah.
And the longer they've been on the floor, the more rotten and squishy and nasty they're gonna be.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, boys, climb up to the fucking top and get.
Don't put your ding dong in rotty, nasty fruit. Yeah. That's good.
I think we could actually end on that.
Yeah.
Like, stop
here.
Gone. End.
That's good. Yeah. Well, let's keep it going for a little bit longer, but that's pretty good.
That has to be the end quote.
The culmination.
Don't like, after all of this conversation about my life, the only thing anyone's gonna take away: don't put your dick in rotten fruit. I have lived a good life, gentlemen.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we put that on your tombstone.
Yeah, do it.
Here lies Michael J.
I
Ringer.
swear to God, this is. I am not joking. Do it. I want that on my. I swear to
I
God.
love it. Yeah,
Everyone
I'll write
here
it
is my
down. No
witness.
worries. We won't forget. Yeah.
As my witness, my lord. Don't put your dick in rotten fruit. Never know what maggots will end up crawling into it.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
So you never did that,
Oh.
of course. Obviously, like you never. You
She
would
wasn't
never
that
do
bad.
that. Yeah, as
No,
a man of God.
She was still on the hanging on the tree. Right. She wasn't that bad.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
And so yeah, I met her, and she was living in a different town, which was right next to the sea. It was on the sea, but it was still kind of small.
Yeah.
Like, it was just way busier than Benissa. So I'm like, and much more beautiful. One of our friends, Peter, the English one, very tall, handsome dude.
Yeah,
that one. I met him there actually a couple of weeks ago, and it's called Moraira. Beautiful spot, but terrible to live because it's 3-4 roads. But fuck it. So I said, all right, fine. I'll move
it's
there.
too small. Is that the correct way to put it?
Yeah, too small. 3 roads of just 3 roads worth of stuff.
Yeah, it's bigger than 1 road, but it's still small.
Still 3 roads. And bear in mind, right? I'm coming from London.
Yeah,
coming from London. I'm like, oh man.
London has like 5 roads at least.
Nah, bro.
Maybe
like
more.
4.5.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, at least
4.5 in the bridge.
Yeah, I was there once. It was great. Yeah.
The bridge is cool. The bridge is cool.
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
The Benissa doesn't have a bridge.
Yeah, I was there and didn't even get stabbed.
Actually.
It was great.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
lucky you.
Yeah, I was in the rich part though. That helps.
Yeah, if you go there now you get your.
Yeah, I'll wear my suit of armor.
Yeah, go with your fucking sword.
You know,
show those little. Show the little pikey kids what a real sword is.
Yeah, exactly.
You know those that call an ambulance but not for me video.
Yeah.
when they get out, there's a little fucking 6-inch knife. Like, give me your money, blood. Give me your money, fam. And then you just fucking sheath
my Templar sword. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
this is annoying.
No, kind sir. Give me your money. Give me all of your great British pounds. Like it's fucking just do it for the story.
Yeah, it would be biblical.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah,
quite literally. Fucking hell. What an interview, eh? But yeah, I moved to Moraira. That was a shithole. Hated it there. Broke up with my ex. Moved in for a couple of months with my business partner.
Yeah,
in a different town, Denia. That was much busier, but still, again, it was big. Still too small though. I couldn't go anywhere without everyone knowing who I am, what I'm doing. I don't like that shit. Yeah. I kind of I like people knowing me. Yeah. I just don't like them knowing my business. Okay.
So you value your privacy? Is that a good way to put it?
To a point. To a point. Like there's
so reputation is cool, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, having everyone know where you are and who you are is not cool.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, exactly. It's having everyone know is that's just bad operational security.
Yeah.
Having a few people that know a little bit about you and so forth, that's fine.
Yeah, cool. That's fine. Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't see
so
too
you're
much.
In a slightly bigger city now.
Yep, moved from one, moved to the other. Some crazy. That's a long story. It's such a long story. Some weird, crazy demon shit happened, right? I swear to God. In fact, fuck it. I'll tell you guys.
No, you have to tell it. Like demon shit, we like that.
Yeah. I know you're just you and your kinks, bro. You and your kinks.
That's just what I'm into, man. Don't judge me.
And we were saying that I was going to be the next trans one.
Who knows?
I don't know. Oscar Demon Friend. Maybe they've got some ideas.
Yeah, no, I'll discuss tonight.
All right. That means that they're not going to be with me tonight. So that's
yeah, that's a bonus. Yeah. Got that.
So I see that as a win. But all right. So long story short, I'm there living with him. Found it already. It's some creepy ass shit. I don't know how well this will come out on the camera, mind you. But so I'm there. I go this one night. My girlfriend's there, and I had 2 dogs at the time, and my business partner just got his dog. So I'm like, oh, you know what? It's like 3 o'clock in the morning or something. I'm just gonna walk the dogs. Everyone's sleeping. The doors are all locked. There's gonna be no one there. So fuck it.
Yeah.
Go walk the dogs. Tie all of the dogs up. They're all like going crazy at each other, trying to fight and whatnot. And I'm like, fucking great. Get in the elevator, go downstairs, take the dogs out on a walk for, I don't know, 15 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
So come back up and I'll walk in, leave all of the dogs everywhere. And as I open my business partner's door, he's just like, bro, what the fuck were you doing to your girl? Like, huh? Is she okay? So, dude, she just needs to fucking, I don't know what the fuck you two are arguing about. What? Don't fucking do this. It's 3 o'clock in the, I'm like, bro, what? Whoa. I was out walking the dogs.
Yeah.
Where do you think that your dog just fucking came from? It's like, what? What the fuck? So I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm like, right, we'll speak tomorrow. I walk into my room and she's kind of like crying, but she's sleeping, right? I'm like,
right.
baby. So I grab her by the wrist here. And I'm like, babe, come on, wake up. She's like, no, get him off me. I need him off me. Babe, wake up. She wakes up. She's fucking hysterics. Never seen someone wake up like this.
Holy shit.
Ever. And I'm like, babe, it's okay. It was just the night terror. It was just a bad dream.
Yeah.
Here, let me get you a glass of water. So I go get her some water, come back in. I'm like, look, cuddle the dogs. The dogs are here. There's no one's here. Nothing happened.
Relax.
Ryan didn't do anything because he was fast asleep.
Yeah.
And his door was locked and our door was locked. So like nothing happened. She's like, okay. But it still hurts. I'm like, oh, all right. Fuck this. You know what it's like when your girl's had a bad dream?
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck. No, babe, I didn't. Tell me the dream.
Yeah, exactly.
No, babe,
let's go through it. Okay.
I did not cheat on you with 17 Russian women in a club in Brazil.
No, not 17.
It was 5.
Yeah.
But it's like that. So I'm like, okay, fuck this, fine. Babe, what was it? What happened? She's saying, right. So there was this man who was taking me into hell and he was burning me and he kept on trying to burn me. I swear to God, at the end of this story, you guys can look this up. This was the most fucked up thing. But there was this bald man.
Good foreshadowing, by the way.
Yeah.
I like it.
Who was burning me. He had a beard. He looked like he was Arabic, and he was burning me, and he was trying to take me to hell. I'm like, okay, that's kind of fucking creepy. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Well, it's fine. That was just my hand there. And she goes, ow, that hurts. And I look, I swear to God, bro, there was a fucking like a small like burn mark.
No.
Right? Just where
Holy
I
shit,
just
Michael.
I swear to fucking God. Wait for it. This gets creepier.
It gets creepier?
Oh yeah, bro.
Fuck's sake.
So then at that point, I'm kind of like, okay, well, I'm trying to rationalize it. I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
obviously.
Well, it's pretty normal with someone that has night terrors to have some kind of a physiological reaction. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
That's actually
I can do that.
That's normal. I can deal with that. That's no demonic shit.
No.
It's not Arno's fucking buddy coming.
No, of course not. No.
That smile, it was fucking you, and I know it. You climbed in through the window.
I would never. But keep going. I'm enjoying it.
I go and I get some ice because I'm like, okay, she's burnt, right?
Yeah.
actually burnt. And so I come back in with the ice. Let's see how well you guys can see that.
Fuck's sake, that's real.
That is real.
All
That
right.
is 100% real. All right.
Yeah.
So hold on one sec. That's how it actually was. No enhancement, no nothing.
The burn mark.
Right. I enhanced it a bit.
Yeah, I saw.
Does that not look like a fucking bald guy?
It does.
With a big ass nose and a beard?
Bro.
Does it not?
No, it does. It does. That's the creepy part about it. Holy shit.
Hold on, let me see.
Fuck's sake.
You can't see, but this is like me and my mum's DMs on Facebook, but you can see my dog's back there. But that's fucking,
yeah, that's weird.
So fucked up.
That's creepy.
So yeah. So then what happened was I said to her, okay,
what's happening? Holy shit. All right, go on. Yeah.
We're moving. It's fine. Don't worry. Tomorrow you go back home. You sleep at your house. Don't worry.
Yeah, let's do that.
Like, because she's freaking out.
Yeah.
But then all of this weird shit started happening. Like we walked past lights would come on and shit. It's just weird, right? The washing machine had that little LG ringtone. Like,
yeah.
Anytime I walked past it, it would go off. Just all of this fucking crazy shit. So anyway, I found out about a week or two later, as I'm looking for a new house in Alicante, I find out, bro, below that very fucking same building that I was living in is a Muslim burial site where when the invaders were coming,
holy shit,
all of the Christians, the Moros and Cristianos is the thing here, they just fucking buried everyone there, like all of the Muslim soldiers. And I don't know, bro, it's kind of fucked, right? That's about my only thing I can take away from that one.
Holy shit, man.
So then I left, and then I moved to Alicante, broke up with her, and yeah, here we are, like 3
That's
or 4
a great
years later.
story, Michael. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, there's so much more, bro. There's so much more I could talk about. But yeah, that was fucked up.
Damn. I mean, I always tell people, like, whenever I visit a place, doesn't matter where it is in the world, because I've been to a few places, I tend to visit like old spots where things happened, happy things, bad things, whatever. And I genuinely believe that some of the energy gets preserved, like it's still there. I never had anything like that happen, but I mean, I tend to believe, like I'm inclined to believe it, because I don't know, I think there's some lingering stuff there, and whatever you're telling me now, holy shit, man.
Traumas.
Fuck's sake.
It's like,
if it's a prank, it's the best ever. Like, I appreciate that.
Like,
yeah,
no,
really
like, genuinely, it was so fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, ever since then, I like, with all of that esoteric shit, I just I really don't want to fuck with that.
Yeah, I can't deny it. Well, I can deny it, but I can't like rule it out. That's the right word, like the right phrase, right? I genuinely don't know. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
It's I don't know. I just know she was burnt, and that's like, it was impossible for anyone to have burnt her. Yeah. And I don't know. I think there's a very strong what's the word? When there's something so extremely traumatic that happens, there is a kind of energy that I think stays.
Lingers, right?
Have you ever been to like an old concentration camp like Auschwitz?
Yeah.
Like, I went to Auschwitz in I think it was November. It was like minus 13 degrees, fucking freezing. Yeah, and it was like lifeless. Yeah, there's something dark there. Yeah, no, I agree. That shit, just like, you couldn't hear birds. There was nothing.
Yeah.
just evil silent. That feeling was just weird and bizarre.
Yeah, no,
But at the same time, like if like where was I? India.
Yeah.
When I went to Mumbai, and I'm walking through the slums, and I'm seeing all of these families walking out trying to give me food, and they're living in a fucking hut that's like half of the size of this room, and there's like a family of 3. I'm like, there's something good there. I don't feel bad there.
True.
Yeah.
Even though you would assume you'd feel bad, but you don't, right? No, the same thing. Like I went to some very ancient Greek churches, and I don't know, there's something good about it. There's something special about it. Yeah.
Holy. There's different feelings as well. I mean, you know, you can go to certain places and it feel holy. You can go to other places and just you can feel there's some kind of a love there.
Yeah. And something lingers. Yeah, I do agree with that. Like, I mean, you can't prove it, you can't measure it. There's no like scientific machines that can quantify it, but it's there. Like,
no. There are.
Really?
Yeah, there's a scale for it.
Obviously.
You had
me. That was good.
I had you. Like, really?
You're quick.
Yeah, we made it.
I like it. You're quick. I love it. Imagine if we came together in one spot. Holy shit, that would. I mean, we would break the universe, probably. That's so good. I love it.
I think this already had broken the universe. Like, this already has.
I do appreciate it.
It's been too good.
Very good. So now you're moving around Spain, and like you're still doing sales consultancy. Is this the thing that you're doing now, or back then? Like, was that what you're doing?
I've started up with that. I can't say a lot about some of the stuff that I'm doing, just for OPSEC, but I've started doing consulting again. I've decided again, because obviously I'm so fucking hilarious, handsome, and amazing, that I'm going to start my personal brand once more. So it'll probably be something pretty similar to what you do. Not as,
but better though.
No, bro.
Obviously.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
can't be better than you.
I'm helping you. Like, I'm trying to give you, like, you know,
you're the man.
Softball. You have to hit it out of the park now. Like, obviously better. Like, I'm 10 years younger. I'm, way tanner.
But here's the thing, Arno. If something's really obvious, like,
yeah, you're not wrong.
It's like I don't have to walk outside, and say, sky's blue today. Would you look at that?
Well,
just like everyone doesn't need to say, Michael's starting a personal brand. Gonna be way better than Arno's.
Yeah, no, true.
It's just not needed.
It's like saying, don't put your dick in rotten fruit. Like, it should be obvious.
Killed it.
Should be obvious, but apparently.
That was
that was good.
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, well, maybe it's age.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the years I got on you.
Yeah.
I'll be getting slower soon, though, so you'll have a chance. No worries.
Well, life's fast. You're slow.
Yes, I know. You told me that many times.
Yeah, well, this will happen today. I can guarantee you. We're gonna have to say someone is gonna say in one of our group chats. We're just gonna be like, we're gonna tag fucking 2, bro. Yes. Full stop. And we're gonna be wherever we're gonna be. And we're gonna fucking die of laughter.
Yeah, like, I have so much fun. That's true.
It's so true.
I mean, what we have to do, and at like a certain point in the future, we're both somewhat connected to HU. Yep. So I think it would be cool if we do like a joint AMA at one point. That would be awesome. What
Yeah,
I'll do,
definitely.
I'll do the if you send me your like socials, I'll link them
Yeah,
up
for sure.
in the description, and I would encourage everyone to follow Michael. I mean, he's not as funny as I am, but he's close. So he's better looking though. Yeah,
They call me Mr. Steal Your Fans.
yeah, yeah. But Arno fans is pretty solid though. I don't know. How are your
When did you
calves
start
looking?
OnlyFans, bro?
No, I'm Arno fans. It's way better. Way better.
You created your own platform?
Yeah,
And you've done
obviously. Yeah. It only has pictures of my calves on it. Like my
that?
calves are massive. Like your feet,
Oh, oh,
like massive.
don't. My feet are growing in size. They're becoming more hard.
Yeah, well, my
And
calves
I need
are rock hard as well. So
oh, we need a full body massages. Fuck this.
I think that's a great point to like close it off. I had a lot of fun, Michael. We should do this again. This is great.
I'm down. You just tell me when. You just tell me when.
Let me close off with that. I thank everyone for watching, and we'll be back soon.